Hey, it's a shame point to the word. So a while ago I had a series called I'm a Christian, Now What? I wanted to add this to it because I didn't really know what other category to put it in. And so this fits the most for that kind of series, I'm a Christian, Now What? If you haven't read my testimony or whatever, that I do have that under a playlist and stuff. So that'll tell a lot more. But basically, before God saved me, in the year 2015, so 7 years ago. I'm just heavy into music, and so I love music a lot. I've really kind of gone away from it. I was seriously obsessed or addicted or whatever you want to call it with music, and so I just constantly just listen to songs or live performances whatnot, and so the reason I'm getting at all this is I have such a useless just knowledge of lyrics and just stuff I wish I could forget and utilize with information that matters. But anyway, so I've been I've touched on the Hillsong thing, and I apologize for just being all over the place. I'll try to link all my ideas together eventually. But the Hillsong Bethel kind of stuff, I get them mixed up. But basically the Carl Lentz, the allegations with that, I think that's Hillsong. I apologize, I get the two mixed up all the time. Yeah, so the Carl Lentz kind of thing, the sexual allegations and just stuff like that, and so basically the world sees a Christian, quote unquote, whether it be a Christian or not, they still label them the same way, and so they see this hypocrisy, and you talk to an atheist and that's all they talk about, Christians are hypocrites, and the old adage I love your Jesus but I hate your Christians kind of thing, so it all kind of ties together with that. So anyway, back to the Carl Lentz, I don't know what happened, so I'm going off of what was reported, so I don't want to assume, but allegedly, he basically, had I don't know if it was an affair or just I want to say it was an affair, or maybe some kind of stuff where it was inappropriate, or even the other guy, the head guy, so it's all over the place, and so you got a Christian, quote unquote, basically, being immoral or, fornicating, that kind of thing. And so, the world sees that and, they laugh at it. So going back to my music foundation, I grew up loving Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne. He was my favorite, and now that's insane to me that I don't know, you think of different rock bands, and it's now that I'm a Christian, it's are you kidding me? I had to, that's the one I had to so anyway, there's a song that Ozzy made in 1988, I believe it was, called Miracle Man. And so, I loved Ozzy's music, and I would buy his CDs and listen to the live stuff, and he keep I don't know, this song Miracle Man, I didn't really think it was that great of a song, from a fleshly, I have to, jump back to my old self just to kind of think the way I thought back then, but you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was that great of a song. Like, there are so many other songs out there that I thought were, so much better. And yet he kept, like, promoting this one. And so, I don't know, like, a lot of times I'd skip over it, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really care for the song. And so, anyway, I want to go over the lyrics because back then, that song, I tell people all the time, like, I don't really, like, now it's crazy, like, I didn't really, like, listen to the lyrics that much. Like, I knew them, like, I could, because I had so much repetition, like, I listened to the songs so often, like, I knew them by heart, but I never really thought them through, if that makes sense. So, I want to read the lyrics to you guys, and then I want to go over them, because now I understand, like, basically what, it's all about. So, this is his lyrics. I'm happy, there's no swearing in here. So, I'm looking for a miracle man that tells me no lies. I'm looking for a miracle man who's not in the skies. I don't know where he'll come from, and I don't know where he's been. But he's not our Jimmy Sinner because he's so obscene. And then, like, of course, this miracle man got busted. And so, keeps going over and over. And so the second verse is, today I saw a miracle man on TV crying, such a hypocritical man, born again dying. He don't know where he's going, but we know just where he's been, was our little Jimmy Sinner that I saw on the screen. And miracle man got busted over and over. The devil, in the third verse, is a devil with a crucifix, brimstone and fire. He needs another carnal fix to take him higher and higher. Now Jimmy, he got busted with his pants down. Repent, ye wretched sinners, self-righteous clown. And then it goes, miracle man got busted, like 10 more times. So I never understood, like, I just figured this is some guy that, like, Ozzy didn't like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And so I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? But now that, like, God has saved me, and now, you know what I mean? Like, I was born in 89, the song came out, I think, in, like, 88, so, you know what I mean? Like, I had to backtrack a lot to kind of, figure all this stuff out. So, like, back then, it was like, TV preachers, televangelists and stuff were, like, so popular. And, I mean, to an extent, depending on the audience, they still are. Excuse my hair, by the way. Just getting out of work. Anyway, so, like, so, like, that was, TV, televangelists were, like, crazy popular. So anyway, there's this guy named Jimmy Swaggart. So that's the Jimmy that Ozzy is referring to. And so Jimmy Swaggart basically he got well, first off, let me back up. So, and I don't know, like, it sucks because, like, I don't know. So, yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. I'll just explain the story and go from there. So, Jimmy Swaggart was married, and then allegedly, well, I mean, he didn't. So he confessed that he had sinned, and that was at the height of basically getting caught allegedly with, like, a prostitute. So, and so like that went on, like the news that, he had basically been caught. So what happened was that he had met with this, like, prostitute. She claims about 20 to 25 times for roughly about a year. Now, yeah, I mean, like, I don't have all the details, so I'm just, saying allegedly, a few times. So, Jimmy Swaggart, who was, like, crazy big, televangelist with Assemblies of God, denomination. So he basically like repented with tears, and at his church and all that, and like it was basically like you can look up on YouTube, like it's all there, and so like it's weird too, because like he said it, and like his wife is like in the crowd, and like so he like apologizes, and his wife like kind of nods like it's okay. Yeah, it's weird. But so anyway, going back to what I was going to say, like and I don't know where he's at now. You know what I mean? Like I pray. I believe he's still alive. I pray that he truly repented, and you know what I mean. And so, but the thing is, the damage is done. You know what I mean? Like so. You know what I mean? Like, so Jimmy Swaggart, he, did these things, and I guess, so from what I hear is, like, he got this one, another Assemblies of God, like, preacher, like, he got, basically busted, like, the same thing, and so Jimmy Swaggart got him busted, apparently, like, and so, like in vengeance, which in the Bible, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So in vengeance, like this guy got Jimmy Swaggart, and that's where kind of Ozzy is saying hypocritical man, because he's preaching this first off, I mean, like he's a preacher, so obviously the Bible says lusting is wrong, adultery, et cetera, fornication, it's all wrong. So. But then, like, he's kind of, hypocrite and, like, both, because, like, so he was, Jimmy Swaggart was defending a guy named Jim Bakker. So if you guys ever hear, like, the pastor, ran away with his wife with his secretary kind of thing, like, I don't mean to laugh, but, like, that comes from, like, what Jim Bakker did. So Jim Bakker was, like, a pastor or whatever, and he basically like ran off with his secretary kind of thing. So, and with him too, like I pray that he repents too. I believe he's still alive, and I mean, I really do pray that they both repent, and that they're saved. Basically, the damage is done there. So I mean, and then Ozzy, like I mean, he. Like that was at the height of Ozzy's career, like 1988. Like he had a lot of popular music that came out around that time, and so I mean, so you got all these these three people, or 2-3 people, they're so influential, I mean, and so like the damage is done. Like so many people have heard about this, and that's impacted them in a negative way. And so I want to give one more example with music. So you guys have probably heard of like Phil Collins, from Genesis and all that. So he had a song, and this song's more of like a parody. So this had to do, and I think this came out in 1992. I'm sorry, 1991. And so he was basically because of what happened, and this is a good whatchamacallit, I'm forgetting words right now. There's a word I want to use, but I can't think of it. To basically bounce off of what I just said about Ozzy and Jimmy Swaggart and all that. So I looked up on the internet about this song with Phil Collins and with Genesis, and they wrote a song called Jesus He Knows Me, and so that is basically like a parody about like televangelists, and so Phil, like, basically Ozzy is talking about like this person, what I mean, like Miracle Man. This song's about a miracle man, but the Genesis Phil Collins song Jesus He Knows Me, this is like pretending he's the televangelist kind of thing, so or kind of person. So I kind of want to give you that before I give you the lyrics and stuff. But it says that his song was released during a period where Jimmy Swaggart, Robert Tilton, and Jim Bakker were basically, had these, issues. And so, the song Jesus He Knows Me was basically about this guy named Ernest Angley. And so he's like another televangelist, I guess. And so, and I guess, I don't know if this is true, it's kind of funny, but I guess, like, this Ernest guy was like happy about, like, or not happy, but like he was, like, he didn't realize that this was like a parody about him, and he was like pleased with it. So I think he's trying to, kind of, I mean, you can't, if you're angry about it, it's, just gonna feed the fire. So anyway, the song Jesus He Knows Me, these are the lyrics. Do you see the face on the TV screen coming at you every Sunday? See the face on the billboard? Well, that man is me. On the cover of a magazine, there's no question why I am smiling. You buy a piece of paradise, you buy a piece of me. I'll get you everything you wanted, I'll get you everything you need. You don't need to believe in hereafter, just believe in me. Because Jesus, He knows me, and He knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh yes, He knows me. He knows I'm right. Well, He's been telling me everything is all right. I believe in a family with my ever-loving wife beside me, but she don't know about my girlfriend or the man I met last night. Do you believe in God? Because that is what I'm selling. And if you want to get to heaven, well, I'll see you right. You won't ever have to leave your house or get out of your chair. You don't even have to touch that dial, because I'm everywhere. And it goes, Jesus, He knows me, He knows I'm right, that chorus. And then he said, won't find me practicing what I'm preaching, won't find me making no sacrifice, but I can get you a pocket full of miracles. If you promise to be good, try to be nice, God will take good care of you. Well, just do as I say, don't do as I do. And then verse 3 is, well, I'm counting my blessings as I found true happiness, because I'm a getting richer day by day. You can find me in the phone book. Just call my toll-free number. You can do it any way you want. Just do it right away. And then it says, and there'll be no doubt in your mind. You'll believe everything I'm saying. If you want to get closer to Him, get on your knees and start praying. Or I'm sorry, paying. And yeah, and that's the the joke. Start paying. And then it goes back to, because Jesus, He knows me, He knows I'm right, and all that. So, anyway, yeah, so I wanted to, get that one too. And basically, a picture's worth a, 1,000 words kind of thing. So, in Phil Collins and Genesis, like, their music video, like, he's, dressed up as, a televangelist, and they have, like, basically like a telethon, and they have, like, the money, like, number, and it goes to like $18 million, and just, I don't know. Anyway, so the point of this whole video that I'm trying to get across is just be aware that, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying, that you're going to be popular and, all that, and you're going to have, such great influence. I'm not, not an everyday, person, just a normal kind of person, you're not going to have that kind of influence, like, Phil Collins, Ozzy Osbourne, Jimmy Swaggart, all, Jim Baker, all those kind of people, or even Carl Lentz. But so I realize that, but, at the same time, I do want to, point out that, hey, people are watching, and I just want to basically, say all that, to say this, that, basically just, like, keeping your word, keeping the Bible, I really encourage that, keep up in prayer, and, what I mean, like, just, don't be hypocritical at all, and, like, you want to, you practice what you're preaching, kind of thing. And so, I really want to, encourage people in that, and that, people are looking, and, just to be aware of that. And, I want to encourage you guys to keep in your word and, keep studying, keep praying. And that's basically it. Hope you guys have a great night. Bye.